Hello, hello, and welcome to Crypto Divas with me, Gillian Gotzel, and Lisa Last-Bilson. Wow, we took another week off. We're getting very lazy in our old age, aren't we? But in fairness, yesterday in Estonia was Mother's Day. So you were busy celebrating Mother's Day, both yourself and with your mum. That's fair enough. So well, I'm saying, since we've spoken, the price, oh my God, I just checked it a few minutes ago. It's 7,078.31. Wow.
Yes, it has done quite the comeback, but I won't get too excited. I like to be pessimistic about that stuff. So there was a sort of bit of a bump in price, I think, end of August or beginning of September last year, and everyone got so excited. Oh my God, all the cryptocurrency groups, everyone was happy. It's like, see, Bitcoin is alive, we're going to the moon. And of course the price came tumbling down even further after a week of happiness. But, you know, who knows?
Well, I read someplace that, those are going up, this moon contributing, why it's going up. But someone said too that the Bitcoin payments have jumped 47%. So there's a whole lot much more volume involved. So I think it's moon is, your dog wants to go to the moon. He believes in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So I think it's just because it's more mature. There's a lot more things happening. So I think it's now the market cap is 213 billion. Yeah, I'm quite liking this sensation at the moment. I'm more optimistic than you, I think. I'm kind of going, stay there, go higher.
Who knows? In my eyes, it doesn't really matter. It's, And speaking of which, if we, the price aside, May has been a very, very interesting month in blockchain. So many big companies are doing a lot of good, big things with blockchain. So, for example, the central banks are getting into blockchain tech. In late April, the Bank of Canada and the Monetary Authority of Singapore announced that they have completed a digital currency swap using blockchain. FedEx has a strategy for blockchain in logistics. Pepsi is improving ads. This one I like. We were thinking 2 years ago to build something similar. Bastards. So obviously there's a lot of ad fraud, and big brands are spending a lot of money on advertising, but most of this money is wasted because no one's actually seeing it because of bots and so on. So PepsiCo is building, done a pilot using smart contracts to reconcile the data from multiple sources of their advertising supply chain, and so they're sort of analyzing which traffic is true and which isn't. And Starbucks has moved forward with its bean to cup blockchain, and of course Facebook wants their own crypto, JP Morgan and VW, and Amazon and Microsoft, of course, as well. So, price aside, actually, really cool things are happening.
That's true. I mean, the Facebook one's interesting. We knew it's been coming. I mean, whether or not it'll save themselves or not, I don't know. I mean, they're talking about it's Project Libra, and the idea that you can reward people for watching ads, the fractional thing. So, sort of moving kind of counterintuitive, because it's what Facebook does. It takes all the money, and you can buy goods. I mean, but Facebook is a huge. I mean, it's the size of a country, bigger than most countries in terms of its citizenship. And whether or not, I read a very interesting article, someone said, would you trust your money to Facebook? They've announced recently that they admitted that they had passwords and an open read file. And, so you're kind of going, okay, it's the biggest, but would you actually, I mean, Cambridge Analytics aside, would you trust your money to Facebook?
But what do you mean in terms of trusting your money to Facebook?
Because if Facebook brought a coin out.
No, they're doing the coin as like an internal payment system. So you buy ads, you pay in their token. So like right now, you probably have maybe card payment or PayPal linked to your ad account. But in this way, if you're using their native token, they're obviously saving money on the fees that they would have to give Visa or someone else. So it's more of a way to pay for their services rather than trusting them with your money. They're not trying to be.
Yeah, no, I understand it's service led, but you kind of think because they've had so many leaks, so much stuff. You're going to go, am I even going to put any money from fiat or crypto into a Facebook coin? I think it's that kind of feeling that with a bank you trust. Though I suppose many of the other projects, they're a bit wild and woolly. I'd be a bit reluctant though. I was looking at, have you heard of the other social media site called minds.com?
No, I have not.
They're quite interesting. Where did I read about them? They had, the CEO, is a chap called Bill Ottman. He's been building for the last year. They just raised $6 million in a Series A funding from Medici Ventures, it's Patrick Byrne, who owns Overstock. And he's also come on board. So it's like, I used to use Steamer, but it's too chunky. I use Uptrend sometimes. So Minds, I've gone onto it, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. But it's the whole idea that you monetize yourself online. And they are directing themselves directly at Facebook. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that is.
More opportunity. And then speaking of big brands, and this is from 2 weeks ago, Nike registered in the patents office a thing called Crypto Kicks. And they called it, it's a cryptocurrency and intended to use. They want to use the token to create an online community, to create scavenger hunts, obstacle courses, entertainment shows, online mobile gaming apps, and crypto collectibles. Because when you put a patent, you have to put all your things down. So that's kind of interesting. And some people say that if Nike gets there first, they'll overrun like Facebook. They'll be ahead of Facebook, and they will be the next sort of mass adoption thing. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting indeed. Speaking of, you mentioned, would you trust your money or tokens with Facebook? I found on CoinDesk that there was a study done on all ICOs, and apparently 2/3 were scams. 2/3 of all ICOs. So that's, that's pretty bad.
That is bad.
Yeah. So if you think of how much money has been invested, and 2/3 of that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's moving. I quite like the new trend towards IEOs. You've been following that, with Binance and LA Token and stuff like that. They're doing them, and because from the start of it, the KYC and AML is already done to different degrees, obviously. But I quite like the IEOs, and the coin is tradable from the very beginning as well. So I think that might help regulate the industry and remove the scams, the obvious scams.
Yeah, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. And then there's an announcement with the Land Rover Jeep here in Ireland, in Shannon in the West. They are paying customers in cryptocurrency if the customers in these new cars will allow them to send all the details back. So they're gathering loads of data. It could be from potholes to traffic jams to speed limits, whatever. And they're going to pay the people driving the cars in cryptocurrency. It's kind of cool. And it's been announced on the air. And it's so funny. You have these broadcasters saying, now it's some sort of funny money they're going to be paying. They're not even using the word cryptocurrency. It's like it seems to seem so strange, and it's a thing. It's a project. It's kind of cool.
Well, I suppose that is quite a good spin on we want your data, because people are very sensitive now thanks to Facebook stealing our data. But car manufacturers and all sorts of whatever product you are running, you need data to either improve or whatever. So rewarding people for it is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But if we think back, Facebook also did that, and they did that to teenagers. They were giving teenagers $20 to be able to track everything they do on their phone, where they are, when they are, and that's cool. So I have kind of mixed feelings about paying people for their data, but on the other hand,
you're right. It's funny because I think that the Land Rover Jeep sounds great. That's very exciting. But you're right, with the Facebook and the 20 euros or the dollars that they pay the teenagers, I felt that was really horrible. That was really invasive. And yet, they're two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of coins, do you know the guys who do the Bad Crypto podcast? Travis Wright and Joel Comm. I interviewed Travis about a week ago. They have put up their own bad coin that you can mine, and apparently, I have it all arsed with on my laptop at the moment. But you can have the oldest computer in the world, and you can still mine these coins. That's so cool, isn't it? So I'm going to try and set it up this week, but I have it properly, so I can see what's actually happening, see my little wallet filling up. But the whole idea is that they've minted, I don't know, billions of them, so they're obviously worthless. But it's fun to see that anybody can mine them. You can do it on your phone, on your granny's computer. Is the kind of idea.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, isn't it? I haven't figured it out yet. I may give you a ring and say, sort me out, I can't do it. Because remember you were doing that when you were mining, but you're also using the heat from the mining to, was it the fish? You're creating fish products.
Kind of a test. We haven't started with the fish products yet, but we built one small miner, which the guy has been running, but I told him straight away the mining right now isn't profitable, but it's kind of something cool that the guy wanted to do. But yeah, the heat that comes out of that is insane. I mean, we used to heat the whole second floor of our house with one miner.
That's mad.
It's like 3 kilowatts, and it turns pretty much 99% of the electricity you use into heat. So think of it as a 3 kilowatt heater.
So is it cheaper to heat your house with a miner or with a heater?
Well, it's the same, because electricity still, if you have an electric radiator, it converts the same amount of electricity into heat, like the miners.
Of course, yeah. Wow. So forget having a heater, have a miner.
No, because a heater is a lot cheaper. Oh.
And the miner's noisy as well, isn't it?
It is noisy. It sounds kind of like a flock of bees. But yeah, it's a fun project. I found some news that apparently Bitfinex has raised 1 billion in 10 days.
Wow. I saw that actually.
I have more questions about that. I mean, firstly, why do they need 1 billion? Who would invest 1 billion in Bitfinex? And just, it doesn't sound legit to me. And that's the problem with the crypto companies. Many lie about numbers of money raised. And I mean, okay, maybe Bitfinex did in fact raise 1 billion, but why? I just don't understand. Because they announced the token offering earlier this month, after the New York Attorney General's office revealed that it was looking for more information about the alleged cover-up of an 850 million loss. So there are funds missing. I don't know. This seems a bit fishy.
And what about the Binance hack? Were you following that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how they can't figure it out still. I mean, every month something gets hacked. It's getting very ridiculous.
Bit depressing. Yeah. So it'd be kind of handy if you could hack something. Start a trust fund.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think these exchanges are that difficult to hack, because their technology is just not good enough.
I think it was interesting though. I was reading something that the Binance thing, they were literally tracking the various wallets where the money was being transferred. So it's like a trail. And I guess the hard thing for that person would be to actually exit from crypto into fiat. That's going to be, I think, the trick, whether they can do that or not. So they'll be caught perhaps at that stage. So yeah, interesting. So there'll be lots of films made about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing with the WannaCry attack, where what stopped the NHS in the UK working for a few days. The hacker demanded money in Bitcoin, or was it, yeah, Bitcoin or Monero. And the people investigating him said, well, as soon as they try and cash out, we got them.
Yeah. And have they? I haven't followed that story up, or we don't know yet.
I don't actually know. Should look into it. Yeah.
Must Google it afterwards. So that's all my news. I'm saying I'm a bit running behind. It's a Monday. We're chasing our tails. Do you have any other news or?
Well, nothing significant. To be honest, I've been following Uber's big belly flop of an IPO, which was pretty bad. So, it was saying things about, people have invested money into crypto and so many are scams, but Uber, wow, 24 billion in total invested, and it's never going to be profitable, and it's kind of too big to fail now. I mean, what are they going to do?
I don't know.
Bad.
Well, I think Uber will be gone anyway soon. There'll be something else.
Yeah, well, the business model it doesn't work. They can't make any money like that, and that's why taxi companies were offering a certain price.
Okay. Yeah. But my, it was interesting. I was listening to a talk by Alex Mashinsky from Celsius. He was talking about how the world was changing and the whole idea about going from centralized to decentralized. But he was saying all these pyramid companies, of which he has produced 7 already. He's exited 7 times from pyramid companies with the boss. And he said he's looking forward to seeing companies in the future where they're circular, so that people benefit, not just the few at the top. So I thought that was quite an interesting talk. And he's there with Tim Draper. They're both agreeing. It was kind of interesting. And the other interesting thing that Alex Mashinsky said, I read an article about it separately. He said, if you believe in blockchain, it's not enough just to believe in blockchain and be part of the inner crew. You have to convert other people in case the technology goes away and all the good things we want to do with it disappear. So we have a personal onus to keep on talking about blockchain. Yay, blockchain! I'm going to Malta next week. Yeah, blockchain!
Yeah, I think I stick by with my thought that we will hit adoption when people stop saying blockchain.
You're right, because it's actually, it'll be ubiquitous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah! I'll say no. Figure out something. Okay, that's all my news. Do you have anything else, or?
No, that's it for me. The price is now 7,300, so we can say yay.
Whoa, 200 in our conversation. That's mad. Mad.
That's
Okay.
according to this. That's just a quick confirmation. Yep, 7,300.
Wow, that's up. I was 7078 when I looked at 12 o'clock. I'm sure it'll do a lot of, but that's mad. Okay, well, until next week, and hope, I don't know, looks like the pair of us are enjoying lovely weather. Do you get nice weather? It's very sunny outside your window.
No, rainy.
Oh, is it? Oh, I see. It looks quite bright. We're beautiful sunshine. I'm going for a walk shortly because it's gorgeous. So until next week, I'm going to say, great week. I'm having a great week.
Let's have a great week.
Okay, we'll talk then.